privilege again to see you, interact with you on this channel, the Village Boy Academy, where we give business tips. Today we want to talk about something that I've experienced recently, especially among SMEs. Taking things for granted, and they turn out again to complain about slow patronage, about customer not returning and stuff like that. So today, therefore, I want to talk about communication. As we do know, communication is a two-way thing. But then communication has to fulfill certain purposes, certain intention. Communication should be timely. Communication involves good responses. You are responsive and you are responsible. That is what good communication entails. For instance, when the customer wants to reach out to you, it's despite a busy schedule, but then even that busy schedule seems to be something that we should look at, because you can't be too busy for your customers. Especially, what are you busy doing that you cannot attend to your customers? What are you busy doing that you cannot respond to your customer calls, your customer emails, all other form of communication with a customer? I have seen a lot of people who take these things for granted. They respond to their customer at their convenience. Some don't even respond 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, even to simple inquiry. Yes, there are some customers who just do window shopping, or prospective customer, you may call them, who will keep on asking questions, and they can get irritated sometimes. You want to stop attending to them because they keep on asking questions, asking for prices of various items, various products, or various services, and they never patronize you. So sometimes I get it that some business owners get irritated and say, look, if you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, go elsewhere. But the truth is that sometimes if you develop an attitude towards such people and you transfer it to other customers, you might be losing a genuine prospective customer, because they're just asking for prices. They will not buy, they will not patronize. So you cannot always conclude. Even sometimes those guys that seemingly trouble you might be a good referral for you in the nearest future. So the onus is on you as a business owner to respond to your customer timely, with respect, with decorum. There are times you may have complaint. There are a way you can also tackle those complaints. Let them know your displeasure for trying to waste your time. But there are people, they have an habit that they respond to customer at their convenience for whatever reason, I don't know. Now, WhatsApp application allow you, to generate automated response. Welcome to how may we help you? And you see some people, you send message to them on WhatsApp, that didn't pop up, but you don't get a response 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. This I've experienced a lot, and I think it is not right for anybody that is in business. A lot of even private individuals are probably converting their WhatsApp something to business. But if you do that, you should know that this is supposed to be instant messaging application. It boils down to the fact that you should be able to respond to this message within a reasonable time. I would want to think there's no general rule to what constitutes a reasonable time. I would want to think if you are using your application for business, you should endeavor, bearing any health or other unforeseen circumstances, you should be able to respond within 24 hours. If it is a case of, sorry, I will get back to you, or whatever, at least let the person feel that sense that, okay, you are responding to his or her message. So I want us to pay attention to the issue of communication. A lot of people are losing business opportunity because they don't respond on time. They don't respond to communication. They don't respond to inquiry. And that because they're angry, many people will be asking them for inquiries and they are not patronizing them. But you can never tell, a prospective customer who will buy and those who are just there to window shop. So you have to accommodate everyone. and you have to maintain consistency in responding to your customers with respect, on a timely basis, so that they can continue to deal with you. So what are the benefits? I will mention a few benefits of good communication, especially between the business person and their customers. Number one, good communication builds trust. So, and trust is very essential. It's very important in business. Just as business is always like it's a form of relationship. You, a business owner, your customer, you are in a kind of a relationship. And when there's trust, there are some services I may need, and I say, oh, if it is for this guy, I trust that guy will deliver. I've seen people that are competent in their businesses, especially in service industry. They know what they are doing, but the problem is communication. Yes, this guy, can deliver, but to get him to talk to you is a problem. You don't get him; he doesn't respond to messages. So even if you are desperate, definitely you go and look for somebody that can, that you can trust. And that does this trust come is because if you respond to your message on time, you are respecting your customer. And respect builds trust. So think about it. Some people don't come back to you because they don't trust you. They know you have the capability, but they can't get you when they need you. Especially for consultants. Consultants have to make yourself available to your customers. And if you cannot, you let them know, you excuse them. Sometimes your hands can be full, but for crying out loud, let them know that, oh, at this moment in time I can't take up any service, I can't take up any engagement, rather than just keep it blank and ignoring what they are telling you, the communication they are having with you. So communication, good communication, timely communication, responsible communication can build trust between a business person and their customer. Number two things, like it enhances reliability. See, when you have a good product, when you have a good service, your customer want to also say that, are you a reliable person? Are you a reliable person? Especially in service industry. When you are selling service, your customer want to know how reliable you are. We have some professions, especially the artisans, they are highly reliable. They promise you 2 days. You'll be lucky if you get it done in 2 weeks. So that is lack of reliability. And what communication can do, there are times you give a promise, and unforeseen circumstances could occur in between that it becomes humanly impossible for you to deliver on your promise. But what communication does for you is to bridge that gap. You communicate by, oh, sorry, I promised I was going to deliver this thing on Wednesday. Sorry, because of so and so. Sometimes you don't have to give honestly too much details about what has occurred due to some unforeseen circumstances, due to some family challenge or whatever it is. Can you please allow me to deliver on Friday? So the guy will tell you tomorrow, if he's recommending you or referring to somebody, say, okay, if this guy tell you it is Tuesday, he's going to deliver. And if there's any reason why he cannot deliver, he will let you know. That is reliability. Somebody can rely on your words. Somebody can rely that if there's anything, you will communicate. You will let them know. I was telling somebody the other time that why do we issue receipts? In accounting, that's what we call acknowledgement. It's because you want to acknowledge that you are paid. There are situations that people don't acknowledge receiving emails, let alone responding to it. Or, oh, yes, you can miss your call, you can be having many calls at the same time. So you have to acknowledge that, okay, oh, sorry, the time you called me, I wasn't available. I'm sorry, I will let you know when we can talk. So that is you are creating a kind of, you are being reliable so that people can rely on you. Not just that you are good at what you do, not that you are selling a good product, but you are, because communication is part of a customer service, right? You have a good customer service, or you have a good customer relation. So you see, communication cut across so many things. So please know that good communication will make you more reliable, more trustworthy by your customer. And then, good communication can give you competitive edge. The only time where you can ignore communication is that maybe you're a monopolist, which is not common these days, or you are the only one selling that product. The most of necessity come to you, which is not common. The most governments around the world, they frown against monopolies. So you have to understand clearly that, look, when you have good communication ethics, it can give you a competitive advantage over your over other customers. You can become a preferred, you know, business person to reach out to want to do business with. You can be the preferred seller of a particular product. Even in the neighborhood, communications mean in some culture even include greeting, showing respect, uh, be decent in approach and all that. So when you do this, you see people coming to patronize you more than those around. Of course, communication also includes some non-verbal language and all that. That when you come to a place and you are selling and you are always uptight, this can drive people away. So when you develop a habit, a culture of good communication must be timely. It must be responsive. You are going to gain competitive edge above others in the same industry, in the same line of business with you. So don't forget this. So another thing, advantage you can get from good communication is continuous patronage. Because if your customer says, oh, even if I call him, if he's not having time for me, he would let me know, and he would tell me the time he can fix. Because there are, there are some businesses that are time based. For instance, I remember, someone was want to do, organize a training and was looking for facilitators, and they reached out to so many people and say, I want you to be there, I want you to come because you delivered the other time. So those are the kind of thing. And of course, if the guy had called the other person and the guy is not picking his call or not responding to his messages, nobody will want to do that. The more you are able to communicate with our customer, the more they rely on you, the more they trust you, the more they patronize you. Not only continuous patronage, you can gain. It's another advantage. You can gain a referral. Remember, when somebody is referring, customer to you, you are actually saving costs of marketing. So why would you take advantage of that to increase your bottom line? By simply doing things, simple things. We say simple things that matter. Communicating well, communicating on time, communicating clearly. Of course, when you are communicating, it's not that somebody, I've seen a business person yelling at customers. That's me. Why are you calling me? I will return your call. You should be patient. And yelling and transferring aggression from whatever happens to the customer. That is not the right way to communicate. You don't yell at your customer. Even we say customer is king, which means even when you are overtly right, sometimes you just you apologize. Say no, it was not intentional. You did not intentionally ignore the call or respond. Especially those of some customer where you have more than one person handling your phone. Somebody can read a message from your phone and not telling you that a particular very important message came in. So, and for the person does not have answer to reply to the inquiry. So the onus is on you at the end of the day to check through your messages and see whether there are some that you have not personally responded to. Because whatever the third party has done is inconsequential. You cannot tell the customer, oh, it was not me that read your message. As far as the customer is concerned, it is your phone, he has sent a message to you, he has not received any response. So we should pay attention to communication. Good communication, bring good business. So don't take this things for granted. Don't think, oh, it's not as if I'm doing it deliberately. I'm so busy. I'm so oh, you are in business to make money, and you make money by having good customers, and you retain good customers by good communication. So, which is part of continuous patronage. So, good retainership is part of it. Good referral is part of it. So, you have a lot of things to gain when you communicate well than when you don't communicate. Check yourself, ask yourself, how well am I communicating with my customers? Because there are a lot of benefits to drive when you communicate well. And when you are communicating, make sure that you communicate on time, you communicate clearly, communicate with respect and decorum. Communicate, ask questions, ask for clarification when you don't understand. Don't assume. And when it's not your capacity to render a service, let the prospective customer know that, oh, this is beyond me, I can't do this. Don't take on what you cannot do, you cannot deliver. That's just a part of communication. If you are maybe in a stationary place in a job where people come in, be cheerful. There is also non-verbal communication when they come to where you sell your stuff. You communicated very well. Think about it today. Communication is part of the little things that matter for your business and for the growing of the bottom line, which is our focus on this platform. Thank you. I remain your village boy. Till we meet again. Make sure you communicate very well. You gain a lot more